With a verdict in the Bridgegate trial in New Jersey, two former officials with ties to the Garden State Governor Chris Christie were found guilty today of conspiracy and fraud, among other charges, related to that 2013 George Washington Bridge lane closure. Testimony at the trial suggested that Christie, who was running Donald Trump's transition team, knew about the move, which was considered political retribution for not endorsing his re-election campaign. Today, the governor put out a statement saying the allegations from the trial were not true. He had no knowledge of or role in authorizing the lane closures. Christie added, quote, "I will set the record straight in the coming days regarding the lies that were told by the media and in the courtroom." As of yesterday, Christie was supposed to be stumping this weekend for Donald Trump in both New Hampshire and Pennsylvania over the weekend. This afternoon on the Clinton campaign press plane, chairman of the campaign, John Podesta, was eager to try to tie today's verdict to the Republican presidential nominee, telling reporters on the plane, quote, "Rather than just crisscrossing the country and hopscotching, talking about cleaning up the swamp, he, Trump, might start by draining his own swamp and asking Mr. Christie to resign as head of his transition." So, John, will the verdicts in Bridgegate play a role here in the last days of the presidential campaign?
Well, we'll see if Christie comes out. He's obviously he's not done very much as a surrogate for Trump of late. When he is out, he's obviously one of the more effective surrogates that Trump has. But again, just to go back to the more core thing about this, I think that this Bridgegate thing and how it's all played out, it's a huge. Again, we're talking about undermining Comey, undermining the FBI's credibility. Chris Christie's damaged goods, I think, by all of this. And he's not going to be able to put this to rest. If Trump wins, the guy who's running the transition is a guy who really this has inflicted, I think, really significant political damage on his ability to be a credible person doing that, let alone be like the Attorney General of the United States in a Trump administration.
Yeah, I agree. It has more implications later. If somehow
yes,
Trump
not so much this weekend, but down the line.
And how I don't think Christie would have been that strong a surrogate over the weekend. As you said, he's been off the trail. So this is something people have been watching all year for its impact. I think in the end, impacts in New Jersey, not a big deal for Governor Christie or for Donald Trump today, between now and Tuesday.
Yeah, most of the impact of that has already been felt in Chris Christie's life.